Mosa yeagia maise ke maise avos. So you have a person, let's say, who would get to the act of lechora, if you look simply that his maise and maise avos are equal. If you have somebody who looks like the avos, you have Moshe, you have Shmuel, you have on one side, you have Rabbi Akiva, and Moshe Rabbeinu on the other side. You have people weighing. Let's weigh the weights. So let's say we discuss the story of Lot with Avraham. Lot was a Talmud Neman. We put the two on the scale, and Lot already learned all the tricks, and he had clashed upon him, and he already had the schus from him is going to come a new door called Dovid HaMelech. He already had that inherited in him. And it's about time that he had now a machlekes that he held, that now's the time that our sheep can now go without muzzles in order to show the world and demonstrate to the world that this land of Eretz Israel belongs to Hashem, and Hashem is in the world, and everything has to be with Hashem, and everybody has to listen, bend down to Hashem. We have to demonstrate in the world. Adarabah. And Amram Bina said, no, it's not yet ready. Although you have no children and you're going to inherit, we have to wait and see. That we first have to inherit the land, and then it's ours. We can't jump the gun. So Lot, Amram Avinu realized that Lot was no longer kof of Tim, and we have a chazal that if the person's not kofed, it's better he leaves. So the male, he tells him to leave, and he decides he's going to now work and do Sodom. He now is going to conquer the world and do Sodom. He's there 24 years trying to save Sodom, and Avraham Avinu sets him up because he won the Malachim, and he sets him up, and he now is a shofet in the land. He's trying to help out, and secretly he's Meisa Nefesh, Tabach Meisa Nefesh to try to arbitz to and help people. But at the end, all his work comes to naught. That Sodom just has to go. He didn't even create maybe one convert to. In fact, they burnt his house, burnt his daughter. Hakoras Hatov that he had for him. He burnt his daughter, who knows what. Anyway, so now we had the story of Lot. Now we're going to talk the story. Let's weigh Eliezer and Avram Avinu and Hagar and Sarah. Okay? Now we come from Yeshiva Slabodka, and Slabodka believes in Gadlus Adam. Everybody you take a magnifier, getting so big, and everybody now becomes very big and strong and the greatest of great. So now we have Amar Avinu, the greatest of great. He's Dovak Lashem, he's following Mahu Afato, he's mirroring HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he's Kulo Chesed, which is a Mikra. He's now putting as an Etzem in Avraham Avinu Etzem, and there he is. And Hashem continues. But now he already has training, and he has his slave Eliezer. Eliezer is not a real slave. He sits in the yeshiva, and now we're up to the piece of Eliezer. Eliezer is in the yeshiva. He's not just a guy in the street, and he's learning all the Torah, and he gives him permission to marbitz a little Torah, and his Ziv Ikunin Shaloi Doim Al Abraham Hoya Shalit B'Yitzro Kamaisai. Another Chazal, Gracious Rabbi. Did anybody want more? There's a Talmud Muvok. He wasn't in the field. And not only that, he was not like Lot. He was loyal chadesh Torah misichla v'dat eliyos doila umashke mitarasa shel rabo lacherim. And his father gave him, and the Rebbe gave him rishus. He didn't say no loud shemiyas rabbi. V'chein ola b'shleimus al pitaras rabbi ad shezocha letakenes nafsho lakor mitoicho es ha'oror sheyorish me'avoises b'nei chom avi knan v'nich b'tar b'shem baruch Hashem. This is a Medrash Rabbah Parshas Samach. V'nimnu bein elo shenichnusu b'chayim l'gan Eden. What do you want more? You have this great luminary called Eliezer, who reached these heights that the Chazal say in Samach. And similarly, the Shifcha of Sarah. She was even greater than Eliezer. Greater than Eliezer, Eved Abraham. Rav Shimon ben Yochai, Hagar, Beetle Shel Paro, Melech Mitzrayim Hoysam. And when did she get up? Paro saw the great Maisim of Sarah. She says, listen, take my daughter. It's better she's a slave in the house over there than being a lady in her own house. And what happened? Abram was then 75, and so she gave Hagar to Sarah to be a shifcha. And 10 years later, after all the training, Sarah says, "Okay, I'll take Hagar, and now he can be the wife of Abraham." So in a short time of 10 years, this very smart, intelligent, beautiful lady, Hitzliach Lalos Bishlemus. Uzdakech kol kach ad she'okra mitoch nafshi as ha'oror she'rir she'mibeis avi she'hoya mizera chom. V'nidrucho b'baruch she'zochel yos eishes avon she'baruch Hashem me'atzmai. He saw that she reached this high heights of spirituality, of holiness. Eliezer shoya eitzel Avram doilu mashki miteres rabo la'achris b'shnas ein gimel imei chayav. But yeah, with all that baruch and all that stuff, when it came to push and shove, he said, "Ef shalakach bitoy bad Yitzchak, b'nei shebnei baruch v'shabnei baruch v'ato oruch." Benorim is not big baruch, but it's only Bob hashlichas sheholach betom levav lohavi isha bad Yitzchak. In other words, there was a needed pula at the end that Eliezer had to have, that he had to machni himself that he wasn't a baruch, he was an oror, with all that training, in order to do the avdus of Abraham, to bring another woman for Yitzchak. And therefore, upon that was able to change him from an oror to a baruch. Without that, it wouldn't move. It wouldn't have happened. Okay. But at that time, no, he needed that. He can't be part. And therefore, still he worked, and he said, okay, I accept my role. I'm not fighting my role. And even then, we'll see a chazal that says he's called a moznayim sheker. He's called that the weights were sheker. The weights are false. Even he reached such a madrega of who he was, Eliezer. Chazal call him moznayim l'sheker. He had false weights. Okay, we got to discuss that a little later. But anyway, Hare she'ovru samach zayim shona ad shezoch lezachi. 67 years it took for Eliezer to clear himself from an oror to a baruch. 67 years of day and night work and being an Eved Lashem and Mezache close to Avinu. And not only that, who we talking about? Sarah, and it goes back to Hagar and Hara. What? Hara was Zoche Tzi Malachei Hashem. L'shmeis Dvar Hashem Ashel Metzinu B'zeh B'Eliezer. Eliezer didn't hear Malach Hashem. It was Sarah, so therefore Sarah, Hagar was even greater than Eliezer. This is why Eliezer removed it. So Hagar was even greater than Eliezer. A Malach Hashem spoke to her.
3 times.
What?
3 times.
4 times. 4 times though. Okay? 4 times.
The
Heichon Menigia Shleim the Hagar Pir Chazal Dalin Malachim Dibru Ima. Says here Dalin. Baruch Hashem. Otherwise, I wouldn't know. Kishabarch mi beis Avram b'midbar, Harishon shal b'shleima, Hasheni tzivul aloshev el gevirto, Hashisho di Allah haftoches Hashem b'brocha chashuv, Haroy le gevirt adoino, Harbe Harbar bezarachov lo yisape miroi. V'haravi yivtiach lo ben. V'gam shem koroloi koidim shenilu lamantede ki shama Hashem es onya. Kamoi yivtiach b'Avram Avinu kol Yitzchak. In other words, she had this great schus that who else had it? Eliezer was even so great, yet Hagar was even greater than Eliezer. Okay. V'chein zoch zoit pam shniya. כשגרושה מבייסה של אברהם על פי ציווה השם, קורא לה המלאך מן השמיים בדרישה שלום, והבטיחה גדולה, כנאמר המלאך ההוגר, אל תראי קומי, שיא את הנער, כי לגוי גדולה אסימנו. Bereshis Chof Aleph. Okay, in the Medrash Rabbah. וזהו גדולס נפלא שלו כל אדם זייכל לזה לראות מלאך שם בדרישה שלוי בהבטחה. Where can you get a person, imagine such a great luminary, a great woman. If I ask you, give me a name of a great woman, and right away you'll tell me Hagar. I say, wonderful. You wanted, I had a puzzle, you know what I mean? In order to fit into the puzzle, you know, what name of a great woman who saw Malachim, you have to know, you got to enter the puzzle. Hagar is the key. Hagar saw Malachim, four things four Malachim, talk to each Malach has its own, four Malachim, stel zich voor. And there's another piece here, by the way, I want to tell you. It says here even greater than that. I didn't believe it until I saw it. At the end it says here that what? That, we have three tefillos. We have Shachris, we have Mincha and Mariv, okay? Who is Mesader Shachris? Avinu. Who is Mesader Mincha? Yitzchak. Where did Yitzchak go to pray? Right? The Yitzchak Avinu hoyaholich tomit el hamokom ahu, the midbar. Ki hu lo mokom tefila bavur harosham hamalach. Moshe Ramban al apos the Yitzchak bo mavoi be'al lechiroi. He went to this special place of the midbar where, and we're going to see right away in a minute, that everybody was in the house, the beautiful house of the Beis Mikdash of Avinu, which he was what? A mirror of HaKadosh Baruch Hu Mahu Raf Ator. And he had this great house of luminary, of Kedusha, of holiness. There wasn't anything like it, right? And it was part of it. And this woman left it. So normally if you leave the house, you fall down. She didn't fall down. She went to the midbar. She made that place also very great. Because she was very spiritual and very high and a holy woman. Ein Kamoa. What? Yeah, but that's for a different reason why. We'll see, by the way. Okay. Good question. We're going to solve those problems. But not right now. Let's hear what he says. Let's see what this guy says. This great rabbi. Uberasham hagam haloim loshon tmiya v'chisavru ha'isi shaf haloim b'midras v'isi shlucha shel mokom achar roi oisam b'beisa shel avam shom hoisa regil l'rois malachim teida shohoisa regil l'roisam shahare manuach roa es hamalach pamachas v'ama mois nomos v'zu rosa dalid v'zeh achazeh v'loi chorda miklal. There was Manoach that saw David. Manoach saw that they would call him Malach. She thought she was going to die because it's so holy. People see holiness just fall out of the kelim, just go out. And here she saw four malachim. She wasn't afraid. Kama koiche yofish lo chorda v'riyas malachim. She was used to it. Because they were Talmidim of Avinu. They were shezochul alos besulam hashlemas mitara. Umevili de ziras yus mi de chasidus and chidus mi de ruach hakodesh. In other words, what they do, according to me, pushes in. They follow the Meshila Shusharim. They reach what? Ruach hakodesh. Everyone in the house of Amavinu reached Ruach hakodesh. Could it be possible in the house of Amavinu not Ruach hakodesh? Such a possibility? No, everybody did. Railo she saw Malachim. Railo Dover she went higher and higher. Okay. Netzal ruach ma'amu avinu v'sora imenu shiur heima gam heima marasalkin. Okay. So what is Meshil Hashem? Daki kol asher yifka novi beis pigio oisa v'shoma divrei Elokim mischadeshes lo ruchonios v'nifrod misugol v'schus hanever ha'shkukoka el madregas hahem hadovku ba'nov tara. She had these great qualities on Nova and Tara. Okay. Vade nis'alo aleh ein cheke kilu dori mala b'shmei moron yatzevim. Okay. Aber hoge shivcha sora hoysam b'madrege yosel yonim mikol b'nei beisay shegam midbar rochim mi mekadesh Hashem beis Salomon v'zochtelu es malach Hashem lo hisel kul la'atzilus haruach ma'avram v'sara. She was able to be independent, get the ruach of kedusha. Lo kedusha moken shel mishkan Hashem beis Salomon. She didn't have to get the kedusha of the house and the Mishkan of Hashem of Avinu. Kamoisha Matzinu b'shivim zakenim ziknei Yisrael shohoyim misadri genela v'nesiyah shel Moshe Rabbeinu Shalom v'shezochu shetunach aleim ruach hakodesh rak Yisrael b'siyas hoyel. And this I brought a Raya Chazal that the whole thing of the Mishkan and the Beis Hamikdash was only to being a matzav that the Shechina would be able to go on the Sanhedrin. They'll be able to paskin properly. In other words, they had to be attached to the Beis Hamikdash, and the Yeshivas had to be attached to the Mishkan in order to get the Ruach HaKodesh. And here she's able to get Ruach HaKodesh independent of, like the Sanhedrin was needed, independent of what it is. Okay. The Shivchas Beis Abba Zochler was Malachim Bamidwa. Achin Skarish Mokam Hu Ki Koch Yitzchak Avinu Hayolich Tomit Al Mokam Ahu Ki Hu Loi Mokam Tefila Ba'avur Haroisha Malach Ki Hu Loi became to him a place that he can daven there, as the Ramban says. V'sham haya mokum mishkano shel hogar tomid achish nisgar shel beis Avram ki holachis v'sham nahavi oisel Avram Avinu sheyasena. He brought it back. Where did he find it? David, listen, please. Where did he bring it back from that mokum? Do you understand the loyalty alonu hakora barua shlema baroim maloseh shel hogar shivchas Sarah? Yesh lono lisbeinim b'maram shamlitza l'shabes oizim moshel nifla. The Chazal gives an example. This is a very important example of what is the relationship of Sarah and Rachel, Sarah and Hagar. The question is, he's such a great lady. How come Sarah said, get rid of this woman, throw her out. She's so great. And how come then the Malachim said, what, come back? They said, you got to come back. What happened here? And why did Sarah, who's Balas Chesed, like had to, Ma'aner, was very mean and hard to her. So how come she was so mean? If Sarah is such a great woman, and a great Torah luminary, a Baal Chesed Ein Kamo. The house is like the exemplifying Miriam Kodesh Baruch Hu, with all the greatness of Mahu Afato, and Abba was called Chesed, and Sarah was so great, she even Shema B'Kodesh, even great in certain ways, and Hagar was so great. So how come Sarah Imenu was Ma'aneh, said get rid of this lady, and Abba Aminu said, hey, what's happening? And yet at the end came out that what? That Hagar, she came back and she was mana her and she ran away, and then Hashem bring her back. What happened? What's the whole story about? See, if we go according to the Slabotka, the two great Torah giants. Gadlus Ha'adam, you have Avram Avinu, Ein Kamohu, and what was the sin of Lot? He should have stayed longer in the house of Avram Avinu. Good, okay. Even though equal, we said equal, same thing. He should have stayed. Now we have the story of Sarah and Abraham, and we have now Sarah and Hagar, and we have the story of Eliezer and Abraham. So what if we all, everybody's so great, and these great luminaries of spirituality and holiness and purity. They went through Mesilas Yesharim, which even the Vilna Gaon only reached in a little bit in the Parsha Nikias, and they passed already Nikias, and they're in Ruach HaKodesh, and they see Malachim, and they're Even Nemans, and they're Klaster put in the equal in face, and even greater, that Hog was even greater than Eliezer. She was able to see the Kodesh Baruch Hu and separate all the see Malachim away from the house of Marvinu. Must be she had tremendous power own to bring such Kedushin on her own, such a great force. And not only that, Yitzchak would go over there, and this is a special holy place for Marvinu to pray the Kodesh Baruch Hu. So the question is, the $64, what happened over here? Okay? Believe that tomorrow. We will read the text further. We will, those who are interested will be here, and we'll continue. I'll give out the text tomorrow to see what it is.